Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. A new economic development campaign for East Greensboro is being led by the nonprofit group East Greensboro Now. Simply titled #InvestEast, the campaign is a result of collaboration with the City of Greensboro and Chamber of Commerce. The city is extremely proud to be part of this initiative to capitalize on recent successes in East Greensboro and to support a number of accomplishments on the horizon. A renaissance is taking shape on the east side. Developers and homeowners think about opportunity, access, and availability before investing in an area. East Greensboro has it all: available land, diverse housing, a skilled workforce, and incentives for investment. East Greensboro is resilient, proving to be stronger than the tornado that devastated the community 6 months ago. North Carolina A&T State University, Publix, United House of Prayer, and Self-Help are investing in East Greensboro. To find out more about living, working, and playing in East Greensboro, visit eastgso.com or contact East Greensboro Now. The City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Guilford County, the City of High Point, and the Greensboro Builders Association to collect donated items for survivors of Hurricane Florence. The donations will be delivered to Pender County and the surrounding areas. Hurricane relief donations and supplies are being collected at multiple drop-off sites throughout Guilford County until Friday, October 5th. A partnership has also been formed between Guilford County Schools and the Pender County School District. School supply donations dropped off at any of the designated sites will go to the students in Pender County. The long list of items in need of donations include everything from non-perishable food, cotton t-shirts, socks, sweatpants, and shoes, to gas cards and personal hygiene products. The complete list of donation items can be found on the Guilford County website. The City of Greensboro has designated the following recreation centers as collection sites for donations. The Greensboro Builders Association and the City of High Point have also designated collection sites. For more information and a list of collection sites for the Greensboro Builders Association and the City of High Point, please visit the website for either Guilford County or the Builders Association. Action Greensboro, in collaboration with Synergy Young Professionals, are commissioning a survey of Greensboro's workforce. We need all Greensboro residents to participate in the survey entitled Generation Greensboro. The Generation Greensboro survey aims to identify personal and professional factors that attract and retain emerging and mid-level professionals in the Greensboro workforce. These survey results will help to identify business and community factors that can be used to attract and retain emerging and mid-level professionals in the Greensboro workforce, provide local employers guidance on the career interests and retention motivators of the current and emerging professional workforce, and assist the City of Greensboro, Chamber of Commerce, and Action Greensboro in establishing professional workforce development partnerships with key Greensboro-based companies. The survey is available online, and the community is encouraged to complete the survey by Friday, October 26th. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
For most people, occasional lapses in memory are a normal part of the aging process, but sometimes not. As we get older, there are some normal memory errors that we make that are age-related. For example, misplacing your keys, having trouble finding a word while you're talking, even forgetting an appointment. That's not cause for concern. What I see is that when people make these errors much more frequently and they begin to disrupt their lifestyle, then we start to worry that there may be a dementia coming. Now, a lot of people ask me, how can I maintain the memory I have or the thinking skills I have? Sometimes when we forget, it's not that we're forgetting information, but we're not actually absorbing it. So if you're having visual problems or hearing problems, or you've been diagnosed with those and you're supposed to wear glasses or hearing aids, please do wear those and get those kinds of things checked out. Secondly, sleep. Sleep is very, very important for memory, and we find that people who have inadequate sleep or disorders of sleep will have problems with staying alert and also problems with memory during the daytime. Drinking too much alcohol, use of drugs, and smoking. I would recommend stopping smoking because when you're smoking, you're actually taking oxygen out of the brain, and it can actually worsen your health in other ways. Stay intellectually engaged. Doing crossword puzzles or word searches, that's fine, but what research shows us is that when you're doing those activities and it's a social context where you're doing it with other people, it can be much, much more effective to keep you mentally sharp. So, get involved in book clubs, go to dance classes, things like that can be very helpful. Another important thing is exercise, and people don't always realize that exercise is important to brain health. 30 minutes a day, if you can, of aerobic activity can be very, very effective in promoting the health of your brain because you're pumping blood through your brain. Managing stress and depression, that's an important one. I think that a lot of folks who are having memory problems, what we find out is that they're having very stressful lifestyles or they're actually depressed. Many of my patients ask me what they can do in terms of aids to use to improve their memory. First, you can definitely write things down. That's probably the easiest thing to do, either in a cell phone or on a pad of paper. Using a calendar that's in a central location in your home to kind of mark down appointments and important information can be very helpful. Asking people to repeat what they say to you back, even if you think you've heard it, and then rehearsing what you hear back in your own mind can be very helpful in strengthening the memory trace that you get. Another memory aid would be using alarms. So if you have to do something at a certain time to program your watch or your cell phone to give you an alarm to remind you to do something. If you worry that you're having memory problems or you're worried about a loved one having memory problems, I think the first thing to do is consult with your personal care physician. There are many medical conditions that could cause memory loss. Medical conditions such as thyroid disease, vitamin deficiencies. There can even be side effects of medications that can cause memory loss, so you want your physician to be able to review those with you and make sure that that's going fine. Thanks for joining me. I hope this information has been helpful. For more information about memory and wellness, please visit conehealth.com/wellness. I'm Dr. Michael Zelson.
The city of Greensboro is on the short list of communities to receive a grant to make new play spaces. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The city's Neighborhood Development Department is spreading the word about its efforts to combat lead paint and other home hazards in owner-occupied and rental properties built prior to 1978. Staff is recognizing National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week, October 22nd through the 26th. The city's Lead Safe Housing program has been providing assistance to remove hazards in owner-occupied homes as well as rental properties since July 2002. So far, nearly 1,000 housing units occupied by low to moderate income households have been made lead safe as a result of this program. HUD funding for the program has also increased local contractor capacity to deal with this issue through lead safety training programs, provided extensive outreach and information to local families, and increased collaboration and coordination between community agencies. To learn more about lead poison prevention or to see if you qualify for lead paint remediation assistance, please visit the Neighborhood Development Department website. To schedule free lead poisoning tests for children younger than 6, call the Guilford County Department of Public Health at 336-641-7777. If your yard is known for being blanketed by leaves, the city's annual loose leaf collection program will kick off on November 13th. The first round of collection is scheduled through December 22nd. If you don't gather your leaves before December 22nd, the trucks will make the rounds again from December 27th through January 25th. You can visit the city's website to access the interactive map that will show where your neighborhood falls on the pickup schedule. Meantime, the city does offer the following tips for a successful loose leaf collection season. Rake leaves to the edge of your yard, behind the curb, not in the street or on the sidewalk. Remove sticks, rocks, and other debris that may damage city equipment, and do not park vehicles on, in front of, or near piles of leaves. The city also offers a yard waste program to dispose of leaves throughout the year. Residents can place leaves in clear plastic bags or in a plastic or metal garbage can and set them at the curb on regular trash collection days. The collected leaves are converted into compost to fertilize city gardens and landscaped areas. If the landscape areas in your yard could also benefit from the compost, it is sold at the White Street landfill located at 2503 White Street. Greensboro Parks and Recreation will create an interactive outdoor classroom and tree preserve with a trail and nature playground at Brightwood Park. This is made possible in part to a $30,000 grant awarded by the National Recreation and Parks Association and the Walt Disney Company. The grant was one of 25 distributed to communities nationwide as part of a Meet Me at the Park campaign, where park and recreation agencies were invited to share their best ideas on increasing access to inclusive play spaces for children and families in underserved communities. Agencies with the most innovative, scalable, and impactful project ideas receive grants to build their projects. The city will use the money to partially fund an outdoor exploration and learning environment at Brightwood Park, which consists of 13 wooded acres located at Fewell Drive in northeast Greensboro. The project, designed with input from residents, will include a 6,000 square foot nature play area with amenities such as tree balance beams, adventure logs, and even musical instruments. Children will be able to get to try the variety of activities from plant identification to tree classification and wildlife education. The project will be completed by early 2019. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day we place the spotlight on Ivan Canada for his leadership within the nonprofit community. Ivan Canada's job in D.C. evaporated when the dot-com bubble burst. It was unfortunate but fortuitous because it led him back to his hometown, where he would reinvent himself as a leader of Greensboro's young professional and nonprofit community. He soon became an active member of the community, participating in Action Greensboro's early efforts to engage young professionals in the city. From there, he began volunteering with other local civic and nonprofit groups and landed at the Guilford Green Foundation, an LGBTQ organization, as project manager and executive director. Greensboro is one of fewer than 15 cities in the country that has a dedicated foundation for the LGBTQ community. Ivan currently serves as the executive director for the National Conference for Community and Justice, or NCCJ, of the Piedmont Triad, a nonprofit that encourages respect and understanding among people of different religions, races, cultures, sexual orientations, and socioeconomic backgrounds. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. The United Way of Greater Greensboro has affinity groups that focus on the needs of special populations within the community. Women United is one of those groups, and they're gearing up to host Handbags for Hope. Coming up after the break, find out how you can contribute or take part in the event. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. If you or someone you know has a handbag or two worth donating, the United Way of Greater Greensboro would be happy to take those purses off your hands. Joining me now to tell us about Women United and to give us a preview of the 9th annual Handbags for Hope event is Julie Longmire. She is the Director of Community Affairs and Engagement with United Way. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. We're so excited to talk about Handbags for Hope. But first, tell me, what is the purpose of Women United aside from hosting this event?
Women United is one of our 3 affinity groups. We have Women United, African American Leadership, and Young Leaders. And all of these are ways to build greater community within the larger community. With Women United, we have about 450 diverse members who contribute 1,000 plus annually to United Way. And there are leadership networking opportunities, but also special engagement and volunteer opportunities to get more involved deeply in the work of United Way.
Okay, and one of those ways is the Handbags for Hope event. This is the 9th year that you'll be hosting it. Tell me a little bit about that for people who aren't familiar.
Absolutely. We are so excited to have our 9th annual Handbags for Hope event. This event started 9 years ago in the back room of a small restaurant down on South Elm Street with just a few women saying we have all these things, handbags that we don't use, and maybe we could sell these, have a gathering of a girls' night out, and truly make a difference in the lives of others. This event has grown now to being sold out at Greensboro Country Club 2 months ahead, 330 women, and last year we raised $64,000 from this event regarding sponsorship, ticket sales, our silent auction and live auction. The beautiful thing about this event is no matter what your budget is, whether it's $10 or $2,000, there is something for everyone. So that is one of the things we feel like is so important. Even if you cannot attend the event, the silent auction is open to the community. We have a link that we share. The live auction, you do have to be present. We have a live auctioneer, we have bidding paddles, and it's so exciting to see across the room the paddles going up and sort of the bidding happen, and again, all to impact United Way's work to end generational poverty for families right here in Greensboro.
And that's such an important cause. You've brought one example and you've shown us several others. If you would just tell us some of the items that are being featured during the auction.
Absolutely. We have very generous corporate partners that some companies give 1 handbag, some give us 100 handbags. It very much varies. But we're also dependent on the community. We have been hosting these girlfriend handbag parties in people's homes where again they would have the opportunity to maybe do some fall cleaning and donate some gently used handbags that they no longer use. Again, from very simple brands to much more sophisticated brands such as Gucci, Louis Vuitton, many others. But everything is included as long as it's clean. It'll find another home. This beautiful vintage Louis Vuitton handbag was just donated yesterday from one of our generous donors, and it's a limited edition made of terry cloth with alligator trim. So this will be one of the many live items that people will be able to bid on. But again, every year it's different. It's a colorful presentation. With United Way's Family Success Center, we incorporate some of the women in our program who are models, and really brings the impact of our mission and work of why we do this event. It's not just a girls' night out, it's a girls' night out that wants to empower families here in our community. And that is an important thing with all that we do with United Way. It has to be core to our mission.
Okay, so folks probably want to get behind this. I know the event is sold out, but you could still donate between now and November 19th is the event, but do you still need donations? How can folks get involved to support this?
Absolutely. We are still accepting gently used handbags, our new handbags. That will be until about the middle of October. You are welcome to drop those off at United Way's offices at 1500 Yanceyville Street during our normal business hours of 8:30 to 5. My name is Julie Longmire-DeRay. You also can contact me directly or email me, but we do provide an in-kind receipt where the donor values the bag. But again, this event has grown and become so successful because of individual and corporate partnerships in the community. So yes, we still need bags and would welcome anyone's contribution.
Wonderful. And last but not least, you were talking about the Family Success Center. How does the proceeds that you bring in through Handbags for Hope directly impact our community?
As I mentioned earlier, United Way has a single focus to end local poverty, generational poverty for families here in Greensboro. 1 in 4 children and 1 in 5 adults are living in poverty in our community. That's 31% above the national average. So the proceeds after expenses from the event will benefit our work directly.
Okay, well, thank you, Julie, for stopping by, sharing the lovely handbags, and giving us all a reason to clean out our closets and support women in our community. I'm looking forward to attending the event, and I'm sure it will be a huge success once again.
Carla, thank you. You were an outstanding MC last year,
Thank you.
and we hope so much you'll be modeling for us on the runway this year.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you can't attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN. And we also stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month includes public comments and special presentations. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month focus on public hearings and city business. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. If you are interested in learning more about what's taking place in the Old Ashboro, Arlington Park, and Ashboro Square neighborhoods, then you'll want to attend the city's Let's Talk open house and community conversation. Residents are encouraged to stop by anytime between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Tuesday, October 9th. The open house will take place at the Guilford Child Development Center located at 1200 Arlington Street. The attendees will get to talk with community service providers and city staff about projects, events, and news taking place in those neighborhoods. Several city departments will be represented during the open house, including Parks and Recreation, Planning, Human Relations, Field Operations, and Greensboro Transit Authority, just to name a few. Community agencies that will also be on hand include Action Greensboro, Alcohol and Drug Services, the Guilford County Health Department, Family Success Center, Emergency Management Services, Credit Counseling, Shabazz Center for Disability Rights, Goodwill Industries, and others. For more information, call the city's Community Relations Office at 336-373-2723. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Taylor. Fall is upon us and it's a beautiful time in Greensboro. Begin your weekend by heading over to the Food Truck Friday happening at the Center City Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The featured food truck is Hot Diggity Dog. Why not try an all-the-way dog or a junkyard dog? Food Truck Friday is a perfect event to get you out of your food rut. Come on by and enjoy the delicious dog or burger. Visit the LeBar Park Facebook page for more information on this and all upcoming events. Not only is it Food Truck Friday, but it's also First Friday, which means there will be lots of events happening downtown at local restaurants, shops, and museums. Green Hill Art Gallery, located at 200 North Davie Street in the Greensboro Cultural Center, is hosting a special event with live music by the Maggie Valley Band from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. This event is free and open to the public. The Children's Museum is offering $2 admission from 5 to 8 p.m. for the whole family on Friday. For a complete list of events, visit firstfridaygreensboro.org. Join Mayor Nancy Vaughn, Councilmember Justin Outling, and city staff from 5:45 to 6:30 p.m. on Friday at Center City Park's Great Lawn during First Friday for the official kickoff Plant It GSO. Plant It GSO is a city initiative designed to get your input about how Greensboro should grow and develop in the future. There will be free games and entertainment for all ages. Learn more at greensboro-nc.gov/planetgso. It's that time of the year again. The fall season, which means the Women's Resource Center annual fundraiser called Men Can Cook, is here. This annual event features 50 community chefs as well as local men who offer donated samples of their signature dishes and dazzle the crowd with their culinary skills as well as huge silent auction. This event will take place on Saturday from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Greensboro Coliseum Special Event Center. Tickets are available online or at the door. For more information, go to womenscentergso.org. Enjoy another beautiful fall activity this Sunday and head over to the Art and Arboretum from 12 to 5 p.m. Fine arts and craftsmen from throughout the region will line in the Arboretum's paved walkways. In addition to the artists, other activities will include entertainment on 3 stages, children's art activities, 2 delicious food courts, and more. The Greensboro Arboretum is located at 401 Ashland Drive. For more information, go to greensborobeautiful.org. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 22 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Today we place the spotlight on Guilford Metro 911. Several employees received prestigious awards presented at the annual North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference in Cherokee. Kelly Zimmerman, an assistant supervisor, received the 2018 State Telecommunicator of the Year Award from the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials. Zimmerman has had 5 life saves since joining Guilford Metro 911 in April 2012. She was a master telecommunicator prior to being promoted to assistant supervisor 5 months ago. Members of the C and D teams were awarded the 2018 Shift Team of the Year Award from the North Carolina National Emergency Number Association. These teams were working on April 15th when a tornado ripped through Greensboro and Guilford County. In the first hour, the C team fielded 447 calls. They were joined by the D team. Together, in the first 3 hours, both teams answered more than 1,000 911 calls. Over the course of the next several hours, they entered more than 1,700 calls for service. Congratulations to these stellar employees at Guilford Metro 911. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO Shoutout. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO Shoutout. This week's shout-out goes to the Greensboro Fire Department. The Fire Department's Swift Water Rescue Team has returned to Greensboro following a 12-day deployment to southeastern North Carolina. 2 teams were deployed to assist with flooding and the effects from Hurricane Florence. During their deployment, members of the Greensboro Fire Department were based in Pender County and made multiple rescues of residents and their pets. The Greensboro Fire Department also sent a 4-person structural firefighting team to New Hanover County to relieve colleagues who had been on duty since Hurricane Florence made landfall. They responded to 2 structure fires, multiple medical calls, and all single-unit emergencies in their territory. Other Greensboro firefighters were assigned to an incident management team and the Special Needs Medical Shelter in High Point. Thank you to the Fire Department and all other city departments that assigned resources in response to Hurricane Florence. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.